This is ABC 15 Arizona on CW 61.
The Omicron variant spreading quickly across the U.S., but should you let your defenses down and get it to build up your immunity?
You're playing the odds just as though you were in Las Vegas.
All new this morning, an in-depth look at what's at stake for your health if you go actively trying to get COVID.
And an overnight house fire in Glendale leaves a family of 3 without a place to live. I'm live from the scene this morning showing you that damage and the information we have from firefighters.
And conflict on Capitol Hill as lawmakers consider 2 voting rights bills. This morning we're breaking down what the legislation means for you.
You heard the chants. Rise up, Red Sea, and pack those bags.
Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals are headed to LA for the playoffs, and one group wants to help get you there to show our team some love. Well, good morning. You're watching ABC 15 Mornings on CW 61 Arizona. I'm Justin Pizarro.
I'm Allison Rodriguez. We are going to start your 7 o'clock hour right now with a big headline across Arizona. Our state breaking a record for daily reported COVID-19 cases, 18,783. Arizona has sadly reported just under 25,000 people who've died from COVID-19 complications since the pandemic began. Now, we can tell you more than 66% of people have had at least one vaccine shot, with nearly 4 million people fully vaccinated in our state.
And this morning, the CDC is out with a new forecast for COVID hospitalizations and deaths, predicting at least 62,000 deaths over the next 4 weeks and up to 48,000 hospitalizations during the same time period. COVID cases are at record highs, with more than 151,000 people in the hospital with COVID right now. A new study offers more evidence the Omicron variant is less severe than the Delta variant. A study from Kaiser Permanente Southern California showed Omicron had a 53% reduction in symptomatic hospitalizations compared to the Delta variant. Researchers also found Omicron had a 74% lower risk of intensive care admission and 91% lower risk of death compared to Delta.
Well, help will soon be on the way to states overloaded with COVID hospitalizations. Today, President Biden is expected to announce the deployment of teams to 6 more states, including our eastern neighbor, New Mexico. Last month, the Biden administration announcing a federal surge team of 17 doctors and nurses would head down to Yuma Regional Medical Center. And today, President Biden is going to speak with members of that team there about what they've been seeing.
Breaking overnight, a family forced out of their home this morning after a fast-moving fire spreads through their house. ABC 15's Amelia Fabiano, she is joining us right now near 51st Avenue and Union Hills. And Amelia, you can see that house severely damaged.
Yeah, Justin, we have board-up crews on scene now making sure that it's secure, because this home is destroyed. In the back, you can see the roof collapsed in, a lot of damage to the chimney there. And right now, this home is unlivable for the family of 3 that lived inside. So we know Phoenix Fire and Glendale Fire both worked to put out this house together, to put out the fire that was here. And they say it started in the fireplace area of the home. The fire, the flames from it went all the way up into the attic space of the home there. And that's what caused all of this destruction, that roof to cave in there. They haven't confirmed what exactly started it, but it probably would be safe to assume that there was a controlled fire originally inside the fireplace, and somehow it got out of control. It is rather cold out here this morning, so it wouldn't be out of the question if the family had built a fire in that fireplace. We also saw a box for Duraflame starter logs in the garage here when it was open earlier. But again, firefighters have yet to confirm that as they're wrapping up their investigation. We do know no one was hurt, so that's such a key piece of this. All of this destruction, family not able to live in the home, but no one was hurt in this fire. If we get any more updates, we'll be sure to let you know. Reporting live in Glendale this morning, Amelia Fabiano, ABC 15, Arizona.
Weekly unemployment numbers just came out this morning, and they do show 230,000 people filed new claims last week, and that's an increase from the week before. The Fed watching this report closely and has warned inflation poses a major threat to the job market.
7:04, let's get a check of traffic now, sponsored by Accident Law Group, as we have a couple of traffic alerts to walk you through. Let's start in the northern half of the valley. You see these flashing lights on your screen. This is the I-17 northbound near Peoria Avenue. I was watching as someone was either in a stalled vehicle or crashed, and folks are having to go to the right and to the left of that vehicle, trapped in those travel lanes. So definitely causing some delays as you're moving through this stretch. Your speed's dropping to about 25 miles per hour as you're approaching that crash. And in the northwestern part of the valley, the Loop 101 eastbound, the Pima side, Agua Fria side rather, of the roadway near 59th Avenue, we have a crash that may involve a motorcycle rider. We're seeing plenty of red build on your maps because of that one. And very near here too, Beardsley Road westbound, the road is blocked between 75th Avenue and 78th Avenue. That's impacting the frontage road right there near the Loop 101, Allison.
It's 7:05. Let's get a check of that most accurate forecast before you head out the door on this Thursday. It's a good morning for hot coffee. I know I had one. Maybe time for another one, actually, as we get those temperatures down into the 40s this morning. May even see a couple of spots drop into the 30s before it's all said and done here this morning. Now, as we go in through the next couple of hours, you'll see we'll warm only a little bit through that 9 o'clock hour as we get into the 50s by then. The good news is, though, we're in for another gorgeous afternoon. Now, a few more clouds are going to come into the skies here, but we look to stay dry with a high of 72 degrees this afternoon. Overnight, dropping again down into the 50s. So it'll be cloudy but chilly. So here's what you need to know for the next couple of days, right, as we start to look ahead to the weekend. We've got cloudy conditions tomorrow with us. More 70s in your forecast through Saturday. And we were tracking a system with rain chances. What does that look like now? We'll go over that in the full, most accurate forecast. But coming up next for you, our wallets, they're feeling the pinch. Prices are rising, inflation reaching its highest point in 40 years. So we're going over a new report that's driving home the pain we are all feeling.
And welcome back, Watt. JJ is ready to get on the field and help the Cardinals bring home a playoff victory.